Hey guys, what's up? It's me, looksbylottie, and welcome to today's video. If this is your first video of mine that you've ever seen, then welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today. Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the second, third, fourth, fifth, however many times you decided to show up, then welcome back. I'm so glad to see you. I am ripping off of Curtis Connor because he's a legend. And also, in case you didn't know, my hair changes up every shot because I don't know how I want my hair to look ever. But today's video is super exciting. I'm probably the last person to be reviewing this on YouTube or just in general, but since I live on the other side of the country from most makeup brand warehouses, I'm always the last to get things, which sucks, but it is what it is. So I swear I was one of the first people to buy this when it launched, but I was lucky enough to pick up the Mikayla x Glamlite whole PR package. If you don't know what Glamlite is by now, Glamlite is a brand that previously has done a lot of foodie themed makeup. You know, they have the pizza palette, they have the burger palette, they have a lot of palettes. I'm gonna leave a card for my Glamlite video up in the corner. I actually have a lot of Glamlite videos, so you'll probably see a couple popping up here every now and then, just in case you want to check it out. I love Glamlite, not just because I have a discount code looksbylottie for 15% off, and I do receive some commission from that, but I think that they are very innovative. Their eyeshadow formula is awesome, and it's just been really fun to see them grow over the past few years since I've been a fan of them. As a nano influencer, which is an influencer with under 10k followers, they've just been so nice and kind to me, and especially because they give me money, like what? I knew that I had to buy this. I also am a fan of Mikayla. I'm not like a diehard fan, but she usually knows what she's talking about. But anyways, I picked up the whole PR package, which I haven't opened yet. And while that was going on, I also picked up their icing eyeshadow base, which I think it has 8 shades of this. I got the like second kind of neutral shade. I didn't want to go with a white shade because, you know, I'm not that pale, right? So let's go ahead and open this stuff up. So first, let's just do this because it's in my hand. So it's cute, you know, you can see the shade on the inside. This is specifically the shade Classic Vanilla, which, you know, classic. I can't really say that I've ever had an issue with any eyeshadow bases. I feel like that usually they're pretty fine, but also people argue that you don't always need an eyeshadow base. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you use an eyeshadow base, or do you just use like concealer or nothing? Go ahead and tell me right now. Let's get those comments and get that engagement up. And also while you're here, go ahead and make sure to like the video. So now let's open the PR box. If you don't know anything about Glamlite, Glamlite always sells the PR packaging for their products that they give to all of their people that are on the PR list. I think that that's really fun. It's kind of a way to make you feel like extra special inside, you know? I love it. Also, I don't want to claim bragging rights for this, but I called it. I called it was gonna be Glamlite. I remember commenting on one of her posts saying, I have a feeling it's Glamlite, and she deleted it because it ended up being Glamlite, but I shared it on my stories. I'm like, I hope it's not Morphe. I hope it's Glamlite. I have a feeling. Anyways, so let's go ahead and try and open this. I think if I go like this, here we go. Whoa, this is a huge collection. Also, look, the photos for this promo are so good. I am super excited to play with all of these. In case you live under a rock, which it's okay, there are 2 eyelash styles, there's a highlighter, this is very heavy, 3 glosses, and then a eyeshadow palette. I need to start lifting again, obviously. Real quick, I'm gonna pull my hair back and let's just dive right into it, shall we? Now, I know I don't look the best with my hair up like this, but nevertheless, she persisted. It's time to open everything up because that's what we do. So we have 2 different lash styles, brand new in code orange. These are both pretty big lashes, but you could probably trim at least this one down to be more of like a half lash. This one probably not so much. Honestly, I don't mind either way if they're big or small. I think all lashes are good for all different sorts of occasions and all different sorts of eye looks. Next, we have the highlighter. I don't know if there's a specific shade, but we're gonna open it up. I do like their pressed highlighter formula if they use the same one as the Conchas highlighter. That one is really pigmented and pretty. Yeah, I think it's just Mikayla pressed highlighter. Has a little mirror. This is a really pretty champagne gold. Pretty soft, and yeah, I don't think she's lying about that one, y'all. It's blinding. Let's blend it in a little bit. Yeah, that gives a really nice glow. And I can bet you that it's pretty buildable too, so the more we put on, the more shine we get. She's pretty, I'm not gonna lie. I changed how my hair looks because I didn't really like looking like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
But this isn't that much better. All right, we have 3 different glosses in this collection. I really want to know what they smell like because Glamlite has gotten a lot better with putting scents in their lip products. Like back in the day, it used to be like this really kind of like factory chemical smell. Still chemical smell. And also I don't like that they don't have names. Like they might, but they're not on the packaging. It makes me sad. Let's go ahead and swatch them on my arm. So this one is just like a nude gloss. Shoop. Pretty pigmented, pretty glossy. Or as Mikayla would say, glossy. Next we have this sparkly champagne gold. That's pretty. And last we have the white gold. Also very pretty. The champagne gold was ultimately my favorite, but depending on the eye look that we create today will determine which one I use. And last but not least, we have the palette. Still in its packaging. We got Mikayla on the back here looking gorgeous. Also on the back is a list of ingredients. There are two different types of eyeshadow formulas. First we have a regular eyeshadow and then we have the pressed pigments. Now technically pressed pigments you're not supposed to only put on your eyeballs, but people do it anyway. But that is there for you to look to see if you know you might be allergic to something or not. So thanks for that, Mikayla. Much appreciated. Although we always do that on all their eyeshadow palettes. And now, woo! Look at that. That's fun. It's sparkly. We also have the ingredients on the back of this one as well. The only thing I would say, I like the glitter, but me personally, I would like kind of like a gel, so it's not all just like moving all at once. I would prefer like a little slower of a movement, but that would probably be really expensive. All right, let's open her up. Wait, let me take this off and let's try that again. Here we have it. Yay! Now I know that this formula is already gonna be bomb, but I just wanna go ahead and swatch a couple random shades so I can show you guys how bomb this is. Now remember, as I talked about in my BoxyCharm video, swatches won't always determine the pigment of the palette. What's gonna determine it is how well it goes on the eyes. This is a good way to tell how a shade is probably going to potentially look on the eyes. Okay, I'm feeling Rhodey, Nas, MJ, The Best Color, and I really wanna check out Handy, and I'm just gonna Alright, here's what's left on my fingers, and then here is how it turned out on my arm. I'm impressed with that yellow. Hold on. You can never really find a good yellow eyeshadow that's pigmented, so I'm hoping that it turns out good on the eyes. I'm probably gonna have to use it. Some of these other colors are not as impressive, but I mean, once again, it's just a swatch. I do want to make one quick comment before we get into it. So I had a conversation with one of my friends on Instagram about this shade right here, and I'm not gonna say it, but I'll zoom in on it and I'll flip it. I talked about this with my friend, how that is actually a slur. I'm going to put how it became a slur according to like probably Urban Dictionary or something like that. Now, I don't know anything about like Mikayla's background, if she is Portuguese. I know personally I'm not going to be saying the name. I probably won't be using the shadow in the look anyway, but I would suggest that if you are not Portuguese, that you do not say this name. Obviously, you could probably still use it. I mean, it was put in the palette for a reason, but I don't think Glamlite or Mikayla has said anything on that matter. But I would just use your best judgment, people. But anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow base, which kind of reminds me of P. Louise, and since P. Louise has a racist past, I don't really want to support them. So this is a great alternative, hopefully. So I'm just gonna pop this on a lid brush, or a flat brush, I don't know. But it's on there. I probably put too much on because I am the queen of not moderation. Let's just tap it and see. Ooh, she thick. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Okay, I put a lot on, so I'm just gonna blend it in with my finger. What probably would have been the best thing to do is to do a look on one eye without the base and then the other one with the base, but we're already here. Okay, I definitely put way too much on this eye. Alright, she's on and ready to go, so let's see how she performs. Also, I'm just letting you know right now, if the angle changes at any time, it's because I'm also filming a TikTok, because, you know, I gotta get that TikTok clout. So I apologize, but get over it. There are just so many colors I want to play with in this palette, like I just cannot choose. I'm having a really hard time here, honestly. I think let's start with the basics and just set down like a little transition shade. Is that what they're called? Yeah, so we're gonna take the shade Harley and let's see how she wears. Alright, she's there. Don't worry, guys. I was kind of worried in the first half, not gonna lie, but I think I just knocked off too much pigment. Alright, let's get into the colors. I think I'm gonna take the shade Pat 2. Did I do a good impression? And I'm gonna put her right on top of my transition shade. I'm gonna try and flick it out a little bit. Has a little bit of kickback in the pan, so if you are kind of a messy person, just be aware of that. But that usually means that it's pretty pigmented, so hold on, let's go into it. Did I lie? I never lie. Oh, also, I just want y'all to know, I should have told you guys this in the beginning, but just because I am a Glamlite affiliate does not mean that I am going to lie about the quality of a product just to stay like on their ad roll, AdSense, just so I can keep my discount code. Yeah, let's say it like that. Like if something I don't like, I will rip it to shreds. I remember I got a collection, it was like one of their sweets collections that they did last year, one of their foodie boxes, and they had the donut palette. I think it was terrible. I hated it so much. Now I'm gonna blend this shade out with MJ. Whoops, sorry. MJ. I don't know what my fingers are doing. Also very pigmented and pretty. I'm gonna bring back a little bit of pot too that we lost from blending out MJ. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Frisky. We're gonna put it right in the lower part of our crease. We're just gonna make it deep and smoky and beautiful. Yeah. Alright, so far the matte purples are performing beautifully. I have no complaints. So good, so good. Alright, to clean this up and to prepare for my lid shades, I'm gonna go ahead and put more of the icing eyeshadow base on. And I know to put on a lot less this time. Remember friends, a little goes a long way. Alright, so hear me out. What if I did green on the sides, yellow in the middle, blue on the lash line maybe? If I'm feeling fancy, just trust me on this one, okay? I think it's gonna be a good one. I think I might go viral. Let's see if Handy is as good as I want it to be. We're gonna take it and put it in the middle of my lid. Okay, when I apply it with my finger, it's kind of looking better than with the brush. You guys see that? I guess this is a gentle reminder to all of the people watching to wash your makeup brushes, including me. Okay, this is getting on a little bit better. I don't know how I'm gonna fix the mess, but let's see if it's better on the other eye. I don't know, folks. I still might be on my quest for my perfect yellow eyeshadow. A lot of things could have gone wrong. Like, I did apply eyeshadow base on eyeshadow base, so that could be the problem. I'm not determining that this is the best yellow shade in the world, but I'm also not saying that it can't potentially be one day with a little more research in play. Remember, this is only a first impression. Now we're gonna take the best color, which might be the best color, we'll see. I'm gonna put it in the inner corner and in the outer corner, and we're gonna blend it in with the yellow. I don't think I'm using the right brush for this. Okay, the green is pretty, but the way that I screwed up the yellow, it's just not coming out to fruition. So I'm gonna quickly just take off the yellow and reset everything, and then I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Alright, so all I did to take that off was just use my micellar water and just kind of cut out the shape of the crease, and then I just put more of the icing base on. And so I'm sad it didn't work out, but maybe we can be reunited later on. Now I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do, but I think I want to do the best color all over our cut crease, and then we will determine where to go from there. And for this, I'm going to use my clean lid brush that I used earlier to set the stuff. This might be the best color. I love it, although it does scream a little bit Simply Southern like 2015, but I kind of am living for it. That eye looks great. Scooby-Doo who? Okay, literally this looks like I applied it like it's like a wet base. That's how good it is. I was thinking about like popping a shimmer on top, like to add a little bit of sparkle, but now I don't want to. This looks good. I feel like this wouldn't be a me look if I didn't pop on a little bit of liner, so I'm gonna pop on some white liner just to like make it more Scooby-Doo like, I guess. Alright kids, always remember, eye looks are sisters, not twins. Sometimes you don't cut your crease in the same way, but that's okay, because nobody's perfect. I think for a fun, silly, goofy moment, I want to take NAS and just like kind of tap it on my lid, but like don't pack it on, but just add it for a little bit of a sparkle. Got me? I think you got me. Yeah, it's that barely there sparkle that I'm living for. And that's no shame, I intended for it to be that way. So the lashes I decided to choose for this look are going to be brand new. I think this style is like always fluttering on my eyes no matter what I do. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut them, put them on, and I will be right back. All right, lashes are on and I'm looking fantastic, if I do say so myself. The only products we have left are the highlighters and the gloss. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put my base on real quick and we will finish things up. Okay, no tea, no shade. I look good. Nobody can tell me nothing. All right, so I gotta pop some color on the lower lash line. So I'm basically gonna take the same shades that I took up here, Pot 2, MJ, and probably a little bit of Frisky. We're not gonna smoke up the lower lash line too much, just like a tasteful amount, you know? All right, it's time to get this highlighter on my face now. Oh Lord. I genuinely don't care what the haters say. Blinding highlight is back in for 2021. Make your nose look like a little button. So last but not least, of course, we have the lip glosses. I'm gonna go ahead and just put on a nude lip to finish off this look, and then I will choose which gloss to use. I of course decided to go with a nude lip because I feel like she's always wearing a nude lip. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with the champagne-y gloss after all because I was just so obsessed with it. And if this doesn't work well with the look, oh well, who cares? Oh yeah, this is my new go-to gloss. Let me fix myself up and get cute and I will be right back with my final thoughts. Alright, now here is today's final look. What are we thinking, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. I feel great. I love how this look is. I think I just look like a colorful Scooby-Doo character. Yeah, I'm just playing. This was really fun to make. This is a really fun collection to create, and I'm hoping that this can kind of help me get out of my rut because, you know, mental health not doing so great. But I digress. Let's talk about each of the products and how I feel about all of them. So first we have the icing base, which is not part of the collection, but you can still buy at Glamlite.com. And don't forget, whatever you buy on Glamlite.com, you can use code looksbylottie for 50% off at checkout, and I do get 10% of that. I still think that it worked really well, especially after I took the micellar water and recut my crease. I think that it made the shadows very pigmented and just looks so gorgeous. So I do recommend this, and this is only $10, guys. $10. Not bad. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the palette. So far, how I feel is that it is a pretty good palette. If you don't already have these shades, or you're kind of a beginner with makeup and you want some neutrals as well as some colors, I think that this is a good start. I haven't tried all of the shades, of course. I'm thinking about doing a 3 looks 1 palette with this palette soon. After I do that, then I can give you guys more of my final thoughts, but I'm really hoping that this yellow will prove themselves to me on a different day. Hoping and praying. But as far as the formula goes, it's the typical Glamlite formula. So you're gonna find this exact formula in every single Glamlite palette. Well, almost every palette, which is great. We love consistency. The lashes that I did try were actually really nice and of pretty good quality. You may have heard me talk about in one of my videos, my declutter video specifically, that Glamlite's lashes used to be pretty low quality. I think they have really upped their game in the last year, and their lashes that they've been putting out have been really good. And so I have no doubt that these lashes will be good too. The highlighter, it's stunning, it's gorgeous. However, I will say, if you have a shade that is similar to this in your collection, you don't need to go out and get it. I think that this is going to be a little bit cheaper than like some of the Becca highlighters. So if you're looking into Becca highlighters that kind of look like this, but you don't want to pay that much, you can get this one. And obviously I haven't tried all the glosses, but when I did swatch them, they seemed of really good quality, very pigmented, and so I do recommend these, especially this one. Love. Did you end up picking anything from a Mikayla X Glamlite collection? If so, go ahead and let me know down below your thoughts. If you don't agree with me on some of these things, that's okay. We can have a discussion in the comments. No hard feelings. Today's scent of the day is going to be Hibiscus Paradise in honor of the Berry Berry Hibiscus at Starbucks being discontinued. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys like it. It's my perfect refresher for fall, but I guess not everybody can stay around. Nice. If you want to continue seeing my face in videos, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, make sure you are subscribed, and don't forget to turn on post notifications. I'm trying to get back into a schedule. I did take more time off than I planned. I'm sorry. It's just been a lot, but don't worry. Things are gonna get better, I promise, just in general. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!